Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. UPSC recently has released the result for Civil Services Prelims Examination 2026. So first of all, those students who are able to qualify and now are preparing to write mains examination, congratulations to them. And now biggest question that can come into the mind of aspirants who have successfully cleared prelims examination is that how to manage this almost 2 months of time you have before the mains examination commences on 21st of August. So what should be the strategy, how we should balance our time between the preparation of optionals, general studies along with the essay and all that, how you should improvise as far as the answer writing practice is concerned, how much time of day should be given for answer writing, how much time for revision, how much time for learning new information and knowledge. Let us try to understand this more detail. So first of all, we have seen that if you look at the day from today when the prelims result has been given by or released by NCERTs, you have almost 65 days. This 65 days is an opportunity that if you utilize well, if you prepare well and do everything that is required, might you see your name in the PDF, the final PDF of the UPSC examination that will be released somewhere next year. So prelims qualification, first of all, many times students who are appearing for the first time, they are not very sure whether they will be able to sail through this examination or not. When suddenly they see their roll number and name in prelims, they become ecstatic, they become happy, and they go in the celebratory mode. Now we have to understand that obviously you need to be happy because your success has delivered result. Prelims qualification is only the first milestone, and that's why this is the time, this is the opportunity which you cannot let go. So do not waste a lot of time now. Mains is beginning just on 21st of August. Next 65 days will determine your final rank as such, and also whether your name would be included in the final PDF list or not. So focus now to shift from covering large number of topics to score maximization, how you should maximize your marks, number, score in the mains examination. Success to large extent will not only depend on how much information you have, but also how you plan your next 65 days, how much focus you give to the writing answer, which is the from my perspective, it is the most crucial part of your UPSC mains preparation. Without answer writing, excelling through mains, it becomes something kind of challenging or almost impossible, I can say. And also revision. Every day must contribute directly to mains marks. Not a single day should be lost from now onward. You should not waste even a single hour. You should give all whatever you have, whatever how much you can prepare in the next 65 days. Now understanding the time challenge, first of all, if you look overall, UPSC mains is made up of 9 papers. 2 papers are qualifying, that is regional language as well as English, and then you have 7 papers which directly contribute to your merit based rank and merit based number. These are essay paper, then you have 4 papers of general studies, and then you have the 2 papers of whatever options you have selected. Mark wise, you know that 500 marks, every paper is of 250 marks as such. So time is limited, and that's why there is a strong demand that you should ruthlessly prioritize that whichever is your weaker area, whichever area you have not prepared well till now, you should focus on that. And we also have to think that while preparing for next 65 days, we should not just count that we are studying 15 hours, 20 hours, 18 hours as such. The focus should be not on excessive preparation, it should be in a smart preparation, so that your probability of scoring high becomes very high. Now, if you look at the entire 65 days, we can split it into 3 phases. The first phase, we can say, of first 20 days, you should be again focused on looking at your note, completing the notes. If you have a lot of materials, try to compile them and identify weak areas. For example, if you have qualified prelims, that means you do not have any dearth of knowledge. You have well prepared, well read almost all the subject except mains specific subject you might have not read or studied or ignored till now. For example, internal security or international relations or essay, ethics and all that. So this is the time when you should start focusing upon these areas. Plus many times when students get involved in the prelims examination to 2-3 months back, you might not have focused well on the optional subject, whatever you have chosen. So now is the time when you should start to focus heavily on the optional, because you know getting higher marks in optional is very much possible. And optional not only determines the marks you get in optional, not only determines whether you will get selected or not, but even if you get selected, what rank you will get, so that you get your preferred service. So that's where optional play a very important role. Phase 2, 21 days to 45 days, this is the phase where you should not miss a single day, and you should practice answer writing without fail every day as such. Daily answer writing and sectional test is something that you should keep attempting every day almost in this particular day phases. And last phase, that will be phase 3, from 46 days to 65 days. This is the phase we have to completely go in the examination mode. That means now you are ready to attempt full mock test, both from general studies as well as from the optional perspective. And also this is the time when you find some gaps in your knowledge, find some potential for improvisation, you should try to do that. Overall, what I'm trying to say is that in next 65 days, your preparation should not be random, based on the whims and fancies, based on the suggestions from here and there, and then bring it all together. You should have a proper structured cycle, proper structured plan, and you should stick to it, adhere to it if it suits you, if it fits you, without fail as such. And not only adhering to plan and preparation cycle becomes important, but every week now you should try to track your progress, that whether the goals, the targets that you have set for yourself for particular day, particular week, were you able to achieve it? If you're able to achieve it good and well, that means your preparation is on track. You should keep moving forward. The important thing is that many times people start preparation after prelims with too much focus, too much willpower, too much, we can say, what you can call as attention as such. But after a couple of weeks, they start to lose focus, because they feel fearful, they feel scared that they have not completed the syllabus, they are lagging behind in optional, they are lagging behind general studies. So you do not have to think that much about it. If you are able to maintain consistency, that is more than enough. Do not try to compare your preparation with someone else. You have your own path, that is what you have to follow. Daily time allocation wise, if you look at the time perspective, so optional subject without fail, you should give 3 to 4 hours every day, depending on your level of preparation. If you have already prepared for optionals in earlier years, also you have revised it, you have attempted mock test and all that, then obviously you can give on a lower side 2 hours or something like that. But those students who are appearing for the first time with their optional, they without fail should attribute 3 to 4 hours. Similarly, general studies, you can also divide 3 hours, and in the initial stage your focus should be on covering those topics which you have ignored till now. Again, I am telling about the mains specific topic. For example, essay can give you very good marks, ethics paper, GS4, entire ethics can give you very good marks. So you should start focusing upon them, because if you keep them for the later stages, you will get scared, you will get anxious, because in later stages a lot of burden will come upon you. You'll have to attempt mock test also, you have to then focus on enriching your answers, adding data, adding information, and also you'll have to improvise your answer writing, better structure, better presentation and all that. So that's why in the initial stage itself you should be able to cover and fill all those gaps. Answer writing, I'm saying without fail, especially in the first stage you can write for 2 hours. In the second and third stage you have to attempt sectional tests as well as the mock test for the optional. Current affairs integration, this you should do, because you know that if you look at the pattern of mains examination, especially for general studies and for many optionals also, you are seeing a kind of dynamic paper being created. That means a lot of such questions are being asked which is based on the recent events, which is based on the current affairs. And this is especially true in papers such as GS2 and GS3, where we have polity, social justice, you have environment based questions, science and technology based question, economic development based question. So there are a lot of integration with the current affairs required. So every day 30 minutes you must have prepared notes for current affairs, you must be referring to some sources for current affairs. So keep on integrating and adding these extra fact there itself, and every day at least 1 hour you can keep for revision, especially for those areas where you feel that you are not too much confident or comfortable with. And what we have to think in mind, that just studying of 10, 12, 14 hours is not enough. You have to track not the study hour but track the productive hour. Even if you have studied for 12 hours but productive hour is only 4 to 5, you are distracted, you are using mobile, you're talking with friends, that will not be counted. So you have to count that how much time you're giving on a daily basis, concentrating fully concentrated on the syllabus and the preparation as such. Optional subject, as we have discussed, is a rank booster. So 40 to 45% of your study time at least should go to optionals as such, any optional that you have chosen. Complete PYQ analysis. We know that every day, look at the topics you have covered, then go through the PYQs, because many optional, the PYQs serve as a template that will give you an idea that how from this topic question can be framed, and that's how you can boost your preparation by writing good answers to that. Prepare concise revision note, write answer regularly. Again, this goes without saying, many people, many aspirants who are preparing for the first time, second time also, they commit this biggest mistake, that cost them their attempt, and that is not focusing upon answer writing. No matter how much you know, no matter how much information overload you have in your brain, if you're not able to present it within 150 or 250 words based on 10-15 mark question, you will not get good result. And that's why when you actually write answer, you realize that what you are missing, where you have the gaps. Even if you know something, your answer does not look very structured, the presentation is very lagging, we can say very weak or poor as such. So this is the opportunity when you should focus on this and improvise on a basis of feedback that you receive from peers, from the seniors, or from the teachers that you have. Focus on high scoring areas first, especially for optional, and never neglect optional for GS overload, because this is a common mistake that aspirant also commit. The thing that we have so much, 4 papers of GS including essay, you have 5 papers as such, so I'll focus more on that because that carry more weightage. But again, if you look the way how mark is basically mark is given by the UPSC or successful aspirants, what kind of marks they have got. So you'll see that obviously in optional you have much more higher probability of getting marks more than 300, 320 even in the both combined paper of optionals as compared to GS. So never neglect optional. Optional is going to be a very important part of your preparation strategy. So that's why 40, 50, 45% of your preparation should be on that basis. GS preparation, maximum output, minimum sources, restrict to one source per topic every day when you're talking about. Focus on PYQ driven approach, build issue wise notes. This goes without saying. You would already have done for prelims. Now you have to simply keep on adding, and now you have to go in the mains mindset. In prelims, your focus was to know the facts, to apply the concept, to find the correct options from the option that already is given to you in the examination. In mains examination, only question is given to you. Everything, every point you have to think by yourself. That's why you have to sit down, you have to revise, and you have to analyze that which areas are where the knowledge and concepts are lagging behind, missing behind. And while answer writing diagrams flowchart, obviously you have to prepare daily answer writing discipline. So in the beginning, from now on, I would say in the first phase when you're talking about, write answers on a daily basis. At least in the beginning, if you are having difficulty, even for 1 hour, write 5 to 6 questions, and that's how gradually you'll build the power or capability to write more and more answers. Because in UPSC, rather than writing beautiful answer, very good answers for few questions of the paper, it is important that you syllabus the entire paper, right? All 20 questions should be answered, then focusing upon 12 or 13 questions only. Practice introductions and conclusion part, improve structure and presentation, use data examples and diagrams, evaluate answers against model solution, and this practice should be continued till mains examination. Again, I'm saying you that Monday to Friday, you can do like this. From Monday to Friday, you would write answers for optionals as well as answer for general studies for a sectional on a sectional basis. On Saturday and Sunday, you should then analyze that if you are attempting mock test, whether you are getting good marks or bad marks. If you're getting poor marks, try to find the reason behind that. Act on the suggestions and feedbacks given to you. Whether your introduction is not good, conclusion is not good, whether your entire approach to answer is not good. Sometimes what happens, student write whatever they know about a particular topic rather than answering what actually is being asked in question as such. So this is the time when you should completely work upon it. So Saturday, Sunday, I would say, of the day, you should attribute, or you should actually give to essay writing as well as analyzing your answer writing skills from the mains and options examination. So this should be followed without fail in next 65 days. Revision strategy for retention. First revision should be within 48 hours, especially of topics which are reading for the first time or not very comfortable with. Second revision should be done within 10 days, and third revision one more time you should do before examination as such, so that everything or almost all the points, basically majority of points at least we can say, should be in your mind. Third revision before examination, create one-page summary sheets. That is what you have to do, because if you are having GS1 examination paper tomorrow, you cannot read the entire history book, geography book and notes and all that you have prepared. You should have a short notes, one-page summary sheets for all the important topics, concepts and all that. Maintain facts and example notebook, and revision converts preparation into marks. This is what we have to understand. Now see, some mistakes, common mistakes that we have seen aspirants committing over years, which cost them their entire this year, we can say entire attempt, is that waiting for motivation before starting. Some people go in the mode of what you can call as ecstasy, mode of happiness, where they start to celebrate their prelims result and they lose 3, 4, 5, even 1 week of the precious time as such. And some students think that now they have to do something unique, something unusual, and that is when they start to talk with their classmates, or we can say other aspirants, and they begin new books or sources. That is something which you should not do. If you have been reading history from a particular source, geography from a particular source, polity from a particular source, or any subject for that matter, even for mains you should stick to those sources. Only thing you have to do is to keep adding material, keep adding facts, data, case studies, example from newspapers or other sources, but you should stick to one source. Second mistake, as we have discussed, ignoring answer writing practice. This is the most important part. So every year when you are preparing your daily schedule routine, make sure that you give time to this particular part. This is the most important part. Excessive time on current affair, that is something you have to avoid. You cannot write good answer if you are lacking the basic concepts in a study topic as such. Delaying optional preparation, again, people think that, okay, I will focus first on GS, and the reason is simple, because if you have sailed through prelims examination, that means you have prepared very well for general studies. That means you are comfortable with general studies, and that's why brain basically asks you to keep focusing upon general studies. You also many times falsely think that by if you can score very well in general studies and you score less in optional, then also it will be okay. But believe me, scoring in optional is very important, and that would decide not only your name in the list but also your rank in the entire result as such. So do not compromise as far as optional preparation is concerned. Do not delay it anymore. Start from now itself, and then compare. Do not compare progress with other as such. Now, when you are talking about the preparation, as we have discussed, Monday to Friday you write answers, you build in new data, you basically you add in new data, facts and all that, you go through the general studies papers, you revise properly, and then on weekend, Saturday, Sunday, focus on revising your performance, answer written during the week, what kind of feedback you can get from here, test attempted, what kind of marks you're getting. If you are attempting GS1 question paper, are you getting good marks in geography, good marks in history or society as such? Which areas you are lagging behind? Because in the last page you cannot read everything from first chapter to last chapter. You have to focus upon your weak areas. That's where your attention should be. Revision targets, whether you have achieved or not. Optional coverage status, because now you divide that you have to do entire one revision, two revision, possibly even three revisions in many of the optional. So in next 65 days, how would you do that? So that is where you have to focus upon. Improvement areas for next week also you can write on the Saturday itself. Selection formula is simple. If for the next 65 days, again, no one can take this 65 days from you, because you have sailed to the prelims examination, you are going to write the mains examination. So make sure that consistency is your friend. Do not compromise on consistency. The structured approach that you have built for yourself, make sure that you go through with it. And the consistency, if you remain consistent, believe me, it would beat the occasional intensity that many aspirants get. I have seen many aspirants for 3, 4, 5 days or a week, they become very intense and such. They will study for 18 hours, 20 hours even. And after 1 week, they will start chilling and they will start ignoring whatever plan they have prepared. That would never give you results. So make sure you are consistent. Even if reading 10 hours per day, it beats reading 18 hours for few days in the week itself. Write more, read selectively. Again, I am emphasizing again that mains is the test of your ability to present whatever facts, information you have in your brain, and that you cannot present if you are lagging behind in the writing practice. So every day you should write, revise more, accumulate less, because think, it is logical that in the general studies, either you have based on current trend 10-mark question or 15-mark question. 10-mark question you have to write in 150 words, 15-mark question you have to write within 250 words. Now suppose any topic you take, if you are reading lot about this topic, suppose you have read 5,000 words about this topic, someone has read 2,000 words about this topic, someone has read only 1,000 words about this topic, does it make any difference? No, because in the end, in the best case, you have to write only 250 words. So if you are revising the 1,000 words 5 times rather than learning 5,000 words 5,000 words about the particular topic in next 2 to 3 this month as such, this would definitely be more fruitful to you. That's why revise more, accumulate less information, right? You need to be fully comfortable with a particular topic, with a particular concept as such. Prioritize optional answer writing, trust the process and stay disciplined. This is something, again, I'm saying you, if you have 2 things that you should not compromise on in the next 65 days, one is being disciplined and second is being consistent. Because if you are being disciplined on a daily basis, if you are achieving 80-90% of the goals that you have set for yourself even on a daily basis, and if you have managed your time smartly by analyzing that which area you need to work upon more, optional, whether it is comfortable, non-comfortable, general studies, which paper you need to attribute more time to, and then with answer writing, with proper revision, it is the best formula that you can have for getting success in the mains examination and then selling through for the interview. That's all for this particular video. I hope you got the basic idea that how your next 65 days of journey should be as far as the UPSC mains preparation is concerned. Thank you very much.